Deanna, that's a great platform. We need to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the preseason conference, which is going to be held in Newport Beach, California. Listen, I'll be there. We'll be right back.
My name is Shar McNabb. I'm the mother of Donovan McNabb, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I am the president of the Professional Football Players Mothers Association, affectionately known as PIFMA. And these are some of my members, my daughters. I'm the big mama around here. And we're quite proud of our organization. We support one another. We've always been supporting our sons in the game, but now we support each other. We are a charitable organization, and most of our endeavors go to charity in the local cities in which we have our events. And we always try to have our events in July, and we call it our preseason conference, along with our gala and a fashion show, mother-son fashion show. And the money is going to Healthy Kids here in New Jersey this time. It's always something local in the city that we stay. So we raise pretty good money, and we do pretty good. You know, our sons off the field usually have their organizations that we support, so we support one another. Our mission is to support success and service, and we support our sons and our moms, each other.
Deanna, the association has this big conference coming up in Newport Beach, California. Listen, viewers, I'm going. Tell us a little bit more about that, some of the events that are going to occur.
Okay, well, first of all, we're going to have our preseason conference. It's called the Professional Football Players Mothers Association preseason conference, and it will be held July the 6th through the, July the 7th through the 10th. We'll be in on the 6th. But it'll be the 7th through the 10th in Newport Beach, California, and we will be having a meet and greet on the 7th. That'll be that evening. And we'll have an opportunity to get with some of the moms, the NBA moms, like Shaquille O'Neal's mom, Lucille, and Ray Allen's mom, Flo Allen, and Rashard Lewis' mom, Juanita Lewis Brown. So we'll get a chance to hook up with them, and some of the sons will be there too. We're not sure who all will come, but some of them will be there, as well as various supporters. Okay. In addition to the social greeting, that meet and greet that we're going to have that evening, we'll also have our flag football game.
Now this is going to be exciting.
Now that's what I'm excited about. So yours truly will be on the field in whatever capacity.
I hear you're quite an athlete.
Definitely,
by the way.
Definitely I am. So I look forward to going out there and kind of redeeming ourselves. We played the NBA moms in a charity basketball game. I mentioned that earlier.
I heard about that last year. What happened?
Last year, right. Well, we had a great time. We had a really, really good time. They ended up beating us, and so we thought they probably would. Most of them were about 6'3", 6'4", and you know, our moms are a lot shorter.
Well, you know, that's understandable.
Well, so we understood. So they did a really good job. The fans had a wonderful time coming and watching the game. So you know, we plan to show them a little bit about what football is all about. So we've challenged them to a flag football game. So for those people that are concerned about the lockout, well, we're not in a lockout. The NFL moms are not in a lockout. And so we're going to be ready to play. So anybody that would like to come out, we'd love for them to come. And that's going to be on Friday at 7 p.m. at Tuscan High School. And as I said earlier, it will be the NBA moms against the NFL moms. So you'll see some of the NFL moms out there, like Donovan McNabb's mom, Shar McNabb, and Vince Young's mom will be on the sidelines cheering. That's Felicia Young. And we'll also have Larry Johnson's mom, Chris Johnson. Larry is a free agent now, but he was with the Washington Redskins. So we're going to be coming out there head to head. You know, hopefully everybody will walk away healthy. Last time when we played the NBA moms, one of our moms broke their arm. So
wow, you guys are quite aggressive.
Yeah, it was a little bit more aggressive than we had anticipated. It was actually fun. You know, a few people ended up in a headlock, like Flo. Flo was in a headlock and she wasn't too happy. If you had seen her facial expressions, everybody said she looked just like her son. So,
wow.
But anyway, so it got a little, you know, I really didn't think it was going to be as intense as it was, but it turned out to be a lot more. I mean, we were really trying to win, and so were they. Right. But it was fun. It was fun.
So the proceeds from the conference this year is going to support, is it autism this year?
It's Autism Speaks and also at-risk youth.
Okay. Great, great.
Right.
Listen, for you viewers out there, if you're interested in finding out more about the organization, more about the preseason conference, visit pfpma.org or visit perspectivetv.com and you can get more information. We'll be right back. Welcome to The Buzz. This is a segment of the show where I highlight events that are occurring in the Macon and Middle Georgia area. However, on this episode, we're going to talk about an event that's occurring in the Atlanta, Georgia area. It's called the First Annual Impact and Influence Authors Conference. And we have the coordinator here today, Ms. Rhonda Knight. Welcome.
Well, thank you. The conference is very, very exciting. It's the first annual Impact and Influence Authors Conference. And just as we said, we're going to have 5 dynamic authors there. We have Felicia Young, who is the mom of Vince Young, and she has a book that's called Touchdown from Heaven. Very exciting book. I actually had the opportunity to interview her on my radio show, and so she's really dynamic. I'm looking forward to everyone meeting her at the event. We also have Sylvia Bennett. She wrote a book called Minefields. Now, Sylvia unfortunately lost her daughter at 19. She was murdered in Alabama, and she had to deal with the whole legal system. And so her book is really written to help parents who've lost a child to murder. And then we have Emmett Mitchell. Emmett Mitchell is out of Michigan. He's dynamic. His book is called Game on Consignment. We have Laura Blackman. She has a book called Suffering in Silence. And then we have my book called Blessed Survivor. And as you know, I survived attempted murder and rape. And so in my book, I talk about what it was like to go through something like that and the path I had to take on for a path of healing to get to a place of peace. And as you know, so many people out there are looking for that place of peace. They're trying to get off that roller coaster. Right. And I heard Deanna earlier talk about the roller coaster that they experience as NFL moms. Well, us in life, we experience that roller coaster where you're up here, you're feeling good, then you're down here, you're sad, you're depressed, you don't know what to do. Right. How do you get off that and get to a place of peace and resting in that? So my book really, really helps people to learn how to do that. Right. Now, the conference also is not only going to have 5 dynamic speaking sessions with the authors. We also have 3 additional workshops. One is on a change of heart, and we all know you got to get that heart in the right condition so you can move forward in your life. The second workshop is called A Purpose-Filled Life. Now that's going to help you find what you're here on this earth for. We know we're all here for a reason, not just to have fun, but God put us here for a purpose. So we're going to help you find that in your own individual life. The last workshop is an author's workshop. Now this is going to be fun. If you're an aspiring author, I say be at this conference because you get the chance to sit before a panel. You can ask us questions as authors, and we'll national authors, and we'll be able to give you insight on writing for yourself. Then you get the opportunity to write in that workshop. And we're going to take 3 people up, we're going to critique their work, and we're going to give you an opportunity to find out what you need to do to be the best that you can be. Not only are we going to do all that, but we also have a Mix and Mingle networking event that Friday, and then Saturday, elegant dinner at the Marriott. Could you ask for much more? Wow. It's going to be a weekend long of wonderful, fun things to do, and we're excited about it. And again, as I say, God has brought together people who we're not worried about the books that we sell. We're really worried about helping and changing lives out there and helping to improve the quality of life that people have. So I'm excited about it. I know you're going to be there. Deanna Moore, who spoke on your show earlier, she's going to be sharing the event with us. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you come out. You can get more information by going to my website. It's rondaknight.com. That's RHONDA. Rhonda Knight, KNIGHT.com. RhondaKnight.com, or they can call our office at 678-667-2311. Again, it's 678-667-2311.
Wow, sounds like a great event. That's The Buzz for today. We'll see you next week. Welcome back to Perspectives. Deanna, if you could give some final words of encouragement to mothers who are trying to help their children succeed in their chosen field, what would it be?
I would say, first of all, generally you can kind of see what your son or your daughter has an interest in early on if you pay attention to them. There's certain things that they gravitate towards. And if you watch what they're gravitating towards, then you can kind of begin to nurture them and start guiding them into that direction. Not all kids want to play sports. And so one of the things I would let parents know, don't try to live your life or your dreams through your children. Allow your children to figure out what it is, what they want. Now, in some cases, there are some children that really don't know what they want to do. So that parent is should be extremely instrumental in helping guide them. So if there's something that you see that your child has an interest in, you know, kind of set it up for them. You know, put them, go to the rec club and see what types of activities are out there, enroll them. For one thing, you can't, it's not going to hurt you. It may cost you a little bit, but some of the things that they gain at an early age being involved in whatever it is, you know, just organizational skills, learning how to get along with others, learning how to resolve conflicts, you know, because they'll be challenged by a lot of those things at the very beginning, even, you know, at the age of 4. There's certain things that'll take place, you know. My grandson is playing soccer right now, and sometimes he gets pushed and knocked down on the ground, you know, and it doesn't feel good, you know, but he learns, okay, well, I'm not supposed to fight, you know, and that person didn't mean it, or maybe they, you know, accidentally tripped him, but he'll get up and then they'll hug each other and then they move on and the game continues. And so I would highly recommend whatever it is that your child is interested in, is that you be there to support them. I said earlier that I started my oldest son out in sports when he was 4, and I've been participating in year-round sports and other activities for the past 21 years. So I haven't stopped. I've had a few days, breaks in between, but it's been year-round. It's been back to back to back. And so that's very, very important in learning in helping your child to be able to develop the necessary skills, to develop the necessary mindset that you know they're going to need in order to be successful at whatever it is that they're wanting to you know to go into.
Wow, that's remarkable. A lot of parents force their children into going into something that they don't even love doing. It's really important to get into a field that you're going to love doing.
And I think it's important that we recognize when we're forcing or when we're putting our beliefs or our opinions on that child, because eventually they'll fight you back. They'll rebel. They'll find a way. If they don't say it, if they don't do it verbally, they'll do it physically. They may act out in school. Their grades may drop as a result of it. You know, they may start hanging around with the wrong people, smoke and drink, or whatever it is, but they'll find a way to let you know that this is not what they want to do. But if you find what it is, find out what it is that they do want to do, and even though you may not have an interest in it, you know, for their benefit, for their sake, take an interest in it. You know, I see some parents, you know, well, my daughter's a cheerleader or my daughter's on the drill team. I'm not going to that, you know, because of their church or whatever beliefs, that, you know, or whatever it is. You know, they may not feel like it's that big of a deal, but to that child, it's very important. My sons give me a hard time if I'm not there. Rarely am I not there. And because I've been there, they want to make sure when they are out there on the field or in the, whatever they're doing, they can look out and they know mama's there to support them.
And they need that support network.
They need that
it's very
support.
important, very important.
They need to know that you're in their corner. Because the world is not always going to be in your child's corner. So they need to know that you're there. The coaches may be there for a season. Their friends may be there for a season, but that parent needs to be there for a lifetime. So even though my son is almost 25, it's important to me that I'm there. And he still has an expectation. He still expects to see me at his games. And so I love being there. It's not a chore, it's not hard, it's not difficult. I just arrange my schedule and I make sure that my kids, you know, are able to have the platform that they need to launch and be successful in whatever it is that they choose to, you know, endeavor into. So,
wonderful message, Deanna. We thank you for joining us on today. We certainly appreciate your time and your effort. Listen, if you're interested in learning more about the association, or if you think you may want to go out to the preseason conference, visit pfpma.org for more information. You can also visit perspectivetv.com for more information. Listen, for those of you on Facebook and Twitter, follow us. There's a host of information that I post on a daily basis on our show's site. Listen, you've been watching Perspectives, where you're not only informed, but inspired. Please visit us on next week. Have a blessed week.